Boys in the settlement were shaking in their boots, with pipe guns, their hatchets, and their dusty combat suits. There was a ghoul in the cellar, 300 years of mean, the roughest piece of radiation that they'd ever seen. They tried to smoke him out, they tried to use the bit, but the more they pulled the trigger, the more he threw a fit. I said, put down the hardware, boys, and let a lady through. I've got a surgical approach that's much too good for you. Oh, I didn't use a baton and I didn't use a chain. I just whispered something private to ease his rotten pain. I took him by the collar, I took him by the hand, and led him like a puppy through the irradiated sand. He was huffing and a-puffing, but he followed every stride. Once Dottie gets a grip on you, there ain't no place to hide. He was snarling and he was snapping, looking for a bite, until I stepped into the dark and showed him something bright. I didn't reach for Rataway, I reached for something more, a little technical correction he'd been waiting for. I ran a finger down his leather, whispered, "Easy, Joe," and suddenly that feral didn't have no place to go. I calibrated his temper with a soft and steady touch. He found out that a lady's charm can be a bit too much. I found his trigger and I pulled it just enough to turn that nasty temper into something not so rough. I used a bit of manual labor on his stubborn rusted frame and taught him that a lady's grip can put a beast to shame. He was leaning in for orders, he was breathless for the drill. Once I gave him instruction, he was perfectly quite still. I serviced his aggression till he didn't want to fight, and led him out the front gate in the middle of the night. A baton and I didn't use a chain. I just whispered something private to ease his rotten pain. I took him by the collar, I took him by the hand, and led him like a puppy through the irradiated sand. He was huffing and a-puffing, but he followed every stride. Once Dottie gets a grip on you, there ain't no place to hide. Leading him on, honey, he's a feral, but he's remarkably well.